Hi, and welcome back to our channel, The Stigters. Today we're going to be showing you how to make pumpkin peanut butter protein balls. Ooh, that's a mouthful, right?
Yes, it is.
I really love protein balls because they're a nice, quick, easy snack, an easy way to get some protein in. You can just keep them in your fridge or freezer, take one out and quickly grab it on the go or after a quick workout. But they're also great to bring to parties because it's a nice snack. People look at it and it looks like a cookie, but it's protein, and so you can have that without having all the guilt and all the sugar and flour of eating dessert.
Now, I love them a lot too because they keep me away from the chips and cookies, which are definite vices in me, and they're actually filling. You know, one of these will keep you full and allow you to hold on until dinner or lunch or whatever meal's next.
Yeah, a good like in-between snack.
Yeah, definitely. So I didn't help much create these, but I acted as a taste tester, and I think I performed my job quite well, and I give 2 thumbs up.
Speaking of thumbs up, before we get going, don't forget to give this video a big thumbs up, as it really helps our channel out. And let us know in the comments below, have you made protein balls in the past? If so, what kind of flavor is your favorite? Or what's your favorite protein snack?
And finally, don't forget to subscribe and click the little bell if you want to receive future notifications of new videos we drop.
To start making our pumpkin bite treats, we need to begin with our almond flour. So since I don't buy almond flour from the store, I just take the almonds and we put them in our magic bullet. You can use a food processor or any kind of blender to turn it into what looks like flour. And of this, we will need 1 full cup. And then we've got all our spices. We've got already measured out 3/4 teaspoons of baking powder, 1/2 teaspoon of pumpkin spice seasoning, and 1/4 teaspoon sea salt. We also need our protein powder. So once again, we're using pea protein today instead of the actual peanut butter protein that the recipe calls for. And we need 2 full scoops of this. Probably want to mix this all together. As you can see, these are just our dry ingredients. Doesn't matter too much, just kind of combine it. And it looks like this. Now we need to take a separate bowl for our wet ingredients. Now we want to combine our pumpkin puree. So we need 1 cup of our pumpkin puree. And we want to take 1 cup of our nut butter. Again, we're using sun butter today, but you can use any type of nut butter, peanut butter, almond butter, cashew butter, whatever your preference. Our taste is going to be slightly different than the recipe because the recipe does call for that peanut butter protein and peanut butter. So we'll have a little bit of a different taste, but we'll still have that nut butter taste. And just a reminder for anyone using all natural butters, these come with the oil separation at the top. So we want to make sure you stir it real well before using it for the first time. Otherwise you'll end up with some really hard butter at the bottom. So you've lost all the oil. Lastly, for the wet ingredients, we need our maple syrup. So we need 2 tablespoons of maple syrup. I always try to get the pure maple syrup, or as close to natural as I can get. Avoid some of the chemicals others add. And then we just want to combine that fully. So all our wet ingredients are mixed up. All right, that looks pretty good to me. Nice 1 color. Now we want to add in our dry ingredients. And it says slowly. So we're going to put a little bit here, mix, and then we'll continue doing that until all is combined. It's getting a lot tougher now. If you have a mixer like a KitchenAid, you can definitely do that. We actually have one. I just always do everything by hand because I'm too lazy to get it out and have to clean it afterwards. And I figure I'm getting a little arm strength as well while I'm doing this. So exercise plus food goes together in my book. All right, we got it all in there. All right, that looks pretty good to me. I'd say that's combined. So the last thing we need to do is just fold in our chocolate chips. I went for dark morsels this time. And you want to use about 1/3 cup of chocolate chips. The recipe actually calls for mini chocolate chips, but again, we're just using what we have on hand. Okay, once you fold those in, you're going to want to put this in the refrigerator for 10 minutes. Okay, we have waited our 10 minutes and taken our cookie mixture out of the fridge. We have also, in the meantime, taken that space to heat up our oven. We want that at 350 degrees. We've lined our cookie sheet here with parchment paper. And we've also measured out, there's just a 1/2 cup of finely chopped nuts into our bowl so that we're ready to roll our mixture. Now I can already tell with our mixture, since we did use morsels instead of mini chocolate chips as suggested, not every bite is gonna have a chocolate chip in it. So we know that already going in, and we'll see how it turns out. So they suggest rolling these in about a tablespoon worth into balls. So roll it into a nice ball, and then you're just gonna roll it in the almond mixture to coat it. Looks like our ball isn't sticking as much as I would like. So I'm gonna maybe pat them on here a little bit. Okay, perfect. Got 1 ball. And we're just gonna repeat this all the way through for all 24. All right, we're getting down to our last few balls here. As you can see, we've made a lot more than 24 recommended. So our first ones were a lot smaller than our final ones. So realized a little early on that was making them too small. So we're gonna have different size peanut butter balls, and that's okay. I also had to add some more chopped nuts because since I had so many balls, we needed more nuts to cover the surface area. Once we finish this, we're just gonna wanna put it in the oven for 8 to 10 minutes. So not long at all. If you think about it, there's nothing really in here that needs to cook. Like there's no egg that needs to be cooked. There's no real flour. It's just almond flour, which means just almonds crushed up. So there's nothing that's rising. There is just a little bit. We did put some baking powder in there, so which is why we're gonna cook it. This looks like it's our last ball. So we just kind of fit on this sheet, 36 balls. So a lot more than the 24. The actual recipe calls for 24 balls, and it's around 130 calories per ball. Since we've got more, our balls, our little ones will be a little bit less. But that's all we got. We finished all up. So let's get this guy into the oven. 8 to 10 minutes for our peanut butter balls. Fresh out of the oven. Recipe called for 8 to 10 minutes of cooking. I actually had them in for 13 minutes. It seemed like after 10 they weren't quite done. They were still very mushy. So I find with most toned up recipes, I actually ended up increasing the cooking time just a few minutes every time, as they always seem to need just a little bit more. But these are your final products. This is the Tone It Up Love at First Bite Pumpkin Peanut Butter Treats. I love Tone It Up recipes as there's always healthy ingredients and they've got great suggestions. So hope you enjoyed this video. If you want to see more videos by the Stigters to see what we're up to, subscribe below and check us out.